Welcome to the Master's Table. Thank you for joining us today. I am your co-host, Tina Cleveland. This is your host, Frankie. We got a great dish for you today. Look, this is easy. It's going to be good. You want to tell them what it is now, or you want to wait?
No, we can go ahead and tell them. We'll go ahead and tell them before we go to break. I was just doing a little bit of work right here. I'm chopping up some celery. Y'all know Miss Cleveland don't like celery, but you can't really make this recipe without it. It's one of the key ingredients. We're making a hearty, home-style chicken pot pie. I'm talking about better than the one you'll buy at the big box store. You know that frozen one you get that's really good? This one's better than that, Miss Cleveland. It's going to be good. I'm excited about this easy dish. Y'all know we're all about making it simple and taking the mystery out of cooking. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to show you how easy this is. And I promise you this one will come together quick. This one will come together real quick. We'll go over these ingredients in just a minute, but you ain't got to have much. You probably got most of this at home already. So y'all just stay with us. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back on the Master's Table.
And welcome back. We're about to get ready on this chicken pot pie, so hope you've got your pen and pencil ready. I don't think you're going to want to miss this.
No, you don't want to miss this one. We went ahead and done a little work ahead of time just to save a little bit of time. This is 2 sticks of butter. And if you need this recipe, you want this recipe, and you're going to want to try this one at home. Just trust me on this one. This is 2 sticks of butter already melted. And so, Miss Cleveland, turn that up just a little. We'll turn that up just a little bit. I want to get that a little bit warm. I just didn't want it to try to burn a while ago. So once that starts, let it sit right there. Once you start seeing it bubble, see it start bubbling a little bit, and see now it's ready for the flour. This is where you want to start with the 2 sticks of butter, and this is 3/4. Yep, the recipe calls for 3/4 of a cup, and that's about where I'm at right there. And what you want to do is just add a little bit at a time. You know, you can dump this if you want to, but it mixes a lot better if you just go ahead and just kind of incorporate it as a little bit at a time. It makes it a little bit simpler. Now, on one of our previous episodes, you was talking about a roux, and you said you didn't even know what a roux was. You know what you're making right now?
A roux.
You're making a roux. This is a roux.
You know what it looks like to me?
What's it look like?
When you make gravy.
Well, gravy is a form of a roux.
Homemade gravy.
Yeah, that's kind of what this is, but it's the same but different. But I want you to keep on mixing that. But you're making a roux, so you said you didn't know what a roux was.
You want me to pour that in?
Huh? No, I'm just talking because I don't have nothing else to do right now until you mix that. So I'm just trying to help you. But you said you want to learn how to cook.
No, I don't want to learn how to cook.
They said you can't teach an old dog new tricks, so we're going to find out.
No.
You're the cook today, though. You're doing it.
Look, make no mistake, I do not want to know how to cook.
Oh, I love this woman. But just keep on mixing it and you get those clumps as you go. And so this is your base for your pot pie. You know that thick filling? Well, this is what this is. You're making this. Now, of course, we're not going to cook this down and make like a thick roux, like a dark chocolate roux, like you would, like when we made the gumbo or made other dishes like that.
Yeah.
But this is just going to be we'll call this a blondie, because of that butter. It's not going to stay real white. It'll turn a little bit. We're going to call this a blonde roux. But you just go ahead and mix that up. And as soon as you get all this mixed in, we're going to start adding these onions. We're going to let them get a head start, and then we're going to start dropping some stuff in there, and this thing's going to really come together. And see, what's so to me, what's satisfying about cooking a dish like this, as soon as this starts happening right here, this starts thickening, you can already start to see that filling in a chicken pot pie. That's what it looks like already. So we're just going to go ahead, and I know it's going to thicken up on you, Miss Cleveland. Just keep mixing that. It's going to get real thick. You know what they say, it gets a little ugly before it gets better. So it's going to have to get real thick. And just like I say, just you want to mix all that in good. And then we're going to drop these onions and just keep on stirring. And you could, if you wanted to, I guess you could put the onions in first and, kind of caramelize them a little bit, with the butter.
I love the smell of onions cooking.
But I don't want them to get like super done. So I'm gonna sprinkle them. This was probably a medium to a large size onion. I'm gonna see where this gets us right there. I'm gonna put maybe just a little bit right there, and I think I'm gonna hold off on the rest of that for right now. And while you just keep on mixing that, And just we'll let those onions get just a head start because this is going to bake in the oven. So we're not trying to get everything like super well done in the pan right now. We just want to go ahead and get it a head start. But I'm going to chop you up some of this celery that you love so much. And I'm going to get us a little bit of celery ready to go in there. And I'm going to show you what we've been getting ready to do. Miss Cleveland. Starting to thicken up. That's your base. And what we're going to do is start adding just a little bit of this celery. I'm going to go ahead and dump it and let you keep on mixing. I'm just trying to look right here and see how much we're putting in there.
Might be good if it was like chopped like fine where you can't even tell what it is.
Tina, just keep on stirring. Keep stirring. Keep stirring. I got some broth around here somewhere. I don't know what I did with it. I'll find it in just a second. I'm going to put you some cream, and I don't know what I've done with it. I may have left it over in my bag. Leave it right here just for a second. I think I left it right here.
Yeah, talking about cooking. I got aggravated the other night just pulling grapes off the stems, so that's why I'm not a good cook. Takes too long. But you know, when you're cooking, I mean, anything good takes a little while. Sometimes.
Here it is. I found it. You got me working too hard, Miss Cleveland. Now I'm gonna show you how simple. I'm gonna show you how simple this is, because you see what you're doing right there, right now. All right, and that's starting to boil a little bit. Now watch this. We're gonna start adding some broth. We're gonna add about 4 cups right here, and I think the recipe calls for 4 to 5 cups, and we're gonna put almost 4, and just keep on mixing. I know it looks just keep on mixing.
Is it gonna get thicker?
Yep. And you may want to use your wide. I don't know. I don't know what works better for you right there.
I think the whisk mixes it better.
As you're doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and get some of this garlic. I don't know why this is so satisfying. I get happy every time I get ready to do this.
I don't know. You need to go to the doctor about that.
I just like mixing that garlic. Give me this. Why do I need to go to the doctor, Miss Cleveland?
Because that ain't right.
Well, it's just gratifying to be able to squish something, I guess. I don't know. Squish it. If that's a word. Is that a word? Squish?
I guess better that than something else.
I reckon. Here, let me give you a little bit more. I like that garlic. Let me say that one more time right there. Now, thank you. All right, we got the garlic. We got the onions, we got the garlic, we got the celery in there. And you know what, I'm gonna add, I don't know, I might put a little bit, because it's gonna thicken up a little bit more.
Yeah, it's getting thicker.
It's gonna thicken a little bit more. I may put you just a little bit more. I think I'm gonna go ahead and put that extra. This is about a cup left in here. Let's go ahead and put that, because it calls for 4 to 5 cups. And I guess really, it would depend, brothers and sisters, how much other stuff, how much onions and, how much stuff, and, would kind of, all that would factor into how thick it's gonna get, how much stuff. If you fill it up with a lot more vegetables, then you can put as much as you want to. If you like more.
This is one of those things where you can put in or take out whatever you like.
I tell you all the time, use this recipe as a guide. Just use it as a guide, but if you don't like onions, don't put onions in it. If you don't like celery, don't put it in there. But the celery is pretty good, and I'm going to show you something else too.
No, it's not.
And we can always add a little bit more, but I'm going to go ahead. Let me see how much I put in here. I don't know if I put all that just yet. This is 4 cups of chicken. Let's just see. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put all that.
I
wasn't sure. I got some more over here too. I want you to keep on mixing that. And look, we're not done yet. I told you. Now get your bag of frozen peas, and you can put. I love English peas. If I was eating this just myself, I would probably put 2 bags of these in there. But I know Tina's not real crazy.
Yeah, they're okay.
The English peas. And I was gonna get a bag of the peas and carrots, but I couldn't find. They was out. Big box store was.
I think it's the smell of English peas is what I don't like.
I like them.
They taste okay.
Yeah, I like them. But what I was going to say is they didn't have, you can get these bags of sweet peas with the carrots in there. With big box store, whole section was empty. So I got the sweet peas, and here's, I don't know, that's probably, I don't know, probably a large. Yeah, that might be. I don't know. I was just trying to guess at it. That's probably 3/4 of a cup of carrots.
But then again,
that's exactly right. If you don't like carrots, don't put them in there.
You like them? Put 3 cups.
And this is a whole, this is a 12 ounce, and I don't know if the recipe calls, I can't remember, I don't have it in, let's see if it calls for, it just says a bag, I think. Just a bag of peas, so we're gonna put the sweet peas in there. I know it looks like Tina, keep on stirring and quit looking at me and stir. Pay attention, what you doing?
That's a lot.
But look, as you mix it, it's not gonna be a lot. And we're still not done. And see, this right here, this is just a bonus pro tip right here. I got some potatoes left over.
Yeah, that'd be good.
And look, we're gonna go ahead and look here what we're doing. We're putting potatoes in there. And see, that's what I say, you can build this and make this your own. So what I want you to do is keep on stirring. I want you to keep on mixing right there just for a second. And I'm gonna be working on this pot, getting this pan ready, getting this dough ready. I'm gonna swap out this cutting board. I'm gonna move this back out of the way for a second. I don't think I gotta cut anything yet. I may have to cut a little bit around that edge of that dough. Let me wipe my blade off a little bit. Now I've got me, as Tina keeps mixing, see, is that, now, do you want a little bit more chicken broth? You think we could put, you know what?
I like it thick myself.
I set this out. Let's put just a little bit of them, because this is optional. This is in the recipe, this is optional, but this is whipping cream. Just a little bit of cream, so we're gonna put, I think it called for like a quarter or a half, so let's just do about like that. Let's see what that does to it. Just a little bit of, and this is totally optional, this whipping cream.
I think it'd be good.
Yeah, I think it will be too. The only thing it needs is some cheese in it, you know, cheese.
Cheese.
You know how I love cheese, Miss Cleveland. Now,
Cheesy pot pie.
one thing I will say, because we didn't put, you know, like I said, I'm very easy on the seasonings and stuff, but I do want to touch it just a little bit. We're gonna hit it just a little bit with this all-purpose. I know that looks like a lot, but remember, this is low sodium.
Your little bit is.
But this is a big pot, Tina. This is a lot. That's a lot of goodness right there. I can just dip me a spoon and eat that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
go ahead.
Now, these are ready-made pie crusts. Now, if you're all into to making pie crust and bread,
This sealed the deal for me. This is what I liked about it.
But if you're in, you can make your own pie crust. You can make your own dough, and I don't mind making dough. But when it's available at the store and it's already made like this, I mean, it's almost so easy that I can't pass it up. But what I was gonna say, you're gonna need a couple of these if you want to line the bottom, and you can just cover the top with this crust if you want to. But I like the whole thing lined. I like it like Granny used to make it. I like the whole thing crusted. So
What if you did a bottom layer and then put some, and then put another layer of crust, and then put one more?
Tina, just keep stirring. Keep
Like
stirring.
lasagna.
Tina, keep stirring. Keep on stirring. Keep stirring.
That's
Keep
why
stirring.
you don't let me cook, I guess.
I'm gonna put just a little bit of flour on it. What we want to do is roll this out just a little bit so we can get it in our
Now,
this
see, I
dish.
ain't doing none of that. That's way too hard.
Let's see. Look.
I'm talking about when you make your own crust and stuff.
Oh yeah. No, I'm not gonna. I don't care nothing about making it when I can buy this. I mean, it's it's good when you make it, but to me, to be honest with you, it don't taste no better. I think this is just as good as what I would make, and a whole lot easier, a whole lot less work. So what I'm just doing is I'm just rolling this out. We want to be able to cover that pan with it. We're gonna keep working it just a little bit. It's something about like that right there. What you looking like over? Is that thick enough? Too
I don't know.
thick?
Do you want me to make it boil a little bit?
I mean, you can turn it up a little bit, but see, it's gonna cook. It's gonna bake in the oven.
Yeah.
It's gonna bake. So we've got this rolled out and ready. So what we
I'm
want
just
to do,
trying to get it all mixed.
I'm gonna get this up here so y'all can see what I'm doing while Tina's working on that. We're just gonna take this big old sheet of dough and we're gonna drop it. And I don't know. I mean, I've tried this different ways. I don't know. You can. It's kind of easier in a square pan because you can cut the corners and make it stand up a little easier. But you just kind of got to work this around the best you can, to be honest with you, in this oval
I think
pan.
we need to have that at church Sunday.
Uh-oh. That means I'm going to have to cook it again.
Yeah.
Y'all hear? I told y'all.
We eat every Sunday after church at our church.
Yep. Every Sunday is homecoming at Genesis. So we love, we love it. You can look at me and tell I love to eat. I told somebody just last week, I was talking to a guy at work, and I said, I done gave up everything else in the world, but I ain't giving up food, amen?
Yeah.
I still gonna eat. I gave up a lot of things that I used to do, but I'm still gonna hang in there with that food.
Is this something that you can make and put it in the refrigerator and then cook it in the morning?
Well, you could probably that, but this is not, this has got to bake, so I mean,
No, I mean, you couldn't go ahead and put this in there and then put it in the fridge and cook it in
Oh,
the
yeah,
morning?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
you
I'm
could,
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah. I mean, just think about the ones you buy at the store, it's frozen.
Yeah.
You can buy them at the
Yeah.
store already, that's frozen, so.
I think this might just be it for Sunday dinner.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that hard to see. Now, the thing about what we just done right here, it's according to how much stuff you put in it, to how much of this you're gonna have. So really and truthfully, what we just done would probably almost make two. It'd make this one and another small one. So, I mean, you got a lot of food. So go ahead now, if you would, Tina, and go ahead and just cut that off, because we don't want that like scalding hot when we put it in here, because it may melt through our dough. And if it does, it's okay. It's still gonna cook and be brown and be good. We're gonna eat it. But so you kind of see kind of what I done right here. And this other one, just stir that just a minute. I'll go ahead and roll it. The reason why I say you need two, so you can put a top on it. You can put a lid on it. You can close it up.
I just thought about something.
What'd you think about?
What if you cook that a little bit first?
I mean, I don't know. I guess you could if that's what you wanted to do. That'd be Tina style, right?
That's what you said. It might go through the bottom. If it's cooked a little bit, it might not.
I don't know how that would be. I ain't never really thought about that. Tina, you think too much. Think too much. At least you ain't thinking about what you want me to do at the house, I guess.
That's right.
Oh, I'm gonna have to come up here to get a break from.
Yeah, I know everybody
working at
got a
home.
honey-do list.
Yep. And let me tell you something, brothers. If you got a honey-do list, always work off the bottom of it. Always work off the bottom.
Why?
I mean, it's just work off the bottom of it.
Why?
It's just better. 'Cause, I mean, if you start at top and get everything done, then you don't need me around no more. So I just always work off the bottom.
Yeah. No, there's always something to do.
I know. Yeah, believe me, I know. You watched that. What'd you say? You watched that? What's that show you watched?
HGTV.
HGTV. Oh, my goodness, y'all. There's so much going on that station. There's so much building and houses and remodels and, oh, my goodness. But anyway.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We laugh a lot, don't we? Scripture says a merry heart doeth good like medicine. Ain't that what it says? That's exactly what it says. Okay, Miss Cleveland. I'm just thankful God gave us another day to get up and cook a little bit more.
Yep.
Cause somebody gonna enjoy this, and if nobody don't, I'm gonna eat it all by myself.
I think it's gonna be good.
All right. Now what I want to do, we're gonna get you a spoon.
Need a ladle.
I got one right here somewhere. Yeah. Here you go. I want you to start bringing it on, and I'll get it as close as I can, and you can go ahead and see what you can do with that right there.
How much do you want in there?
I want it down to about where that little rim is right here, where the pan kind of curls up.
Is there a line?
You see it? It is a line, Tina. Just put. What am I doing? Lord have mercy. I'm gonna teach you how to cook something one of these days.
I don't want to. I don't want to learn how to cook. I'm good. That's what I got you for. Let's see. Let's not get so much of that meat in there.
That's the good stuff right there.
But I thought you was making two.
No, I don't have another. I didn't bring another pan in here
Okay.
to do that. We're just making this one. You can just put that in a bowl and eat that. That's almost like you could put a little more chicken broth in there. It'd be like a chicken stew. Mm-hmm. If that's what you wanted. Yeah, no, put all you want to in there of that. Oh, that's just leftover goodness right there. Mm-hmm. But this is so simple. This is so simple and so easy. I mean, you see how thick that is, and if you don't like it that thick, you can add another cup or so of chicken broth, and you can cut that down a little bit. Or if you even want it thicker, hold back on the chicken broth and get it to that thickness that you like.
That's pretty thick right there.
Yeah, that's good. That's how I like it right there. I like it. Yeah. No, get just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Come on up and just put you about another scoop or two in there to get it up to that. We want to get it up to that line.
Up to the line.
See that little line right there?
I see what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
You see this rolling pin?
Yeah.
You're supposed to be after me with it. I'm going to be after you with it.
All right, what's next?
Okay. All right, now, what we're going to do, we're going to
Wait. Let me put this chicken in there.
Put the chicken in there. Okay.
We don't want to waste the chicken.
Okay, Miss Cleveland. All right, now.
Wait a minute.
Let me get it back over to Tina. You just said wait a minute too many times.
I want to make sure that chicken's in there.
That chicken's in there. We're going to see how much of this chicken you eat. Now, there's no right or wrong way to do this, and sometimes it's easy, and sometimes I struggle right here. But I'm going to try to put a top on this. And like I say, you do not have to put this layer of crust in the bottom if you don't want to. You could fill this up and just top it if you wanted to. Like I said, there's no right or wrong way. But what I like to do is go around it and just kind of mash the top and the bottom together a little bit. And I don't know if it really helps or not because, like I say, this is the only part where I'm not a pastry guy. But I just take my knife and just kind of cut around.
Like you act like you know what you're doing.
No, I don't. If you talk to somebody that done pastry, they'd probably run me out of the kitchen. But it's okay. You know what I tell them? I'm not a chef. I'm not a cook. I just like to cook. You know why I like to cook? Because I like to eat. So, and then, like I say, you can do whatever you want to with this edge. I just generally go around with my fingers and just kind of do a little something kind of like that. And I know some of y'all saying, well, you ought to be using a spoon. Look, you make yours the way you want to. I'm going to use my fingers right here. So, y'all just close it up however you want to. Miss Cleveland, what you think about that? Good enough for your liking?
Yep. I think it's going to be good.
Like I say, it ain't nothing. We ain't going to make it too fancy because we're going to eat it, right?
Yeah.
We're going to eat it up.
Looks like.
That's right. It's what it tastes like. Now, what I'm going to do is just cut just a couple little vents in the top so it can get just a little bit of air. And if I had a little bit of melted butter, I'd put some butter on top. That butter, I'm not gonna fool with that right now.
But
not
you
this
can.
time. Yeah. If you could put a little bit of butter on top of it, would make it brown a little bit better. Or
Like
you
a
could.
cobbler crust.
Yeah, you could even you could do a little bit of a egg wash. You could do a scramble up an egg and do it. Just brush on a little egg wash on the top. But
Egg wash.
yeah, well, I mean that's what you would call it, an egg. You ain't never heard of egg wash?
No,
Oh,
I ain't never heard of egg wash.
Y'all pray for me, Lord
Has
have
anybody out
mercy.
there ever heard of egg wash?
I'm going to explain to you all the way back home about egg washing. Lord have
I don't
mercy.
want to know what's up.
Oh my goodness! Are you going to eat it?
No, that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat it.
But see, if you put the egg on top of it, it gives it. That's what makes it brown. You don't taste the egg. I'm not frying the egg and put it on.
got you.
Tina, come on.
I got you.
Oh, Lord have mercy. All right. Let's see where our oven is. 400 degrees. 400 degrees for about 20. Check it in 20 minutes. I think some of the recipes call for 30 minutes. But I would check this at 400 degrees. I would check this in about 20 minutes. So I'm gonna pop this in. So there it is, right there. I'm gonna show you what it's gonna look like here in just a minute.
Minus the egg wash.
Yeah, minus the egg wash. We're gonna put it in there.
Ooh.
See,
I mean, that was pretty simple
and
right
look,
there.
and you still got this layer. Like I say, you could make if you had one of those little like this.
Yeah.
You could take this, and you could
put
roll
rice
this out.
with that?
You could take this dough right here and roll this back out,
Yep.
and you can make a little small boat of that,
Yep.
like a single serve. Well, I'd probably eat 2 of these.
Yeah.
But that's.
All right. Well,
What you think?
it's in the oven getting
What do you
ready.
think? Was that simple enough for you today?
Yeah, that was good and
I
simple.
told you we're gonna try to make it simplified and easy and take the mystery out of it. So
Yep.
there it is, homemade chicken pot pie. We're supposed to find out what it's all about here in just a
gonna
minute.
look like. So we're gonna take a quick break. Y'all sit there,
You did
be
it.
still, don't move. We'll be right back.
On the master's table.
Okay, welcome back. Let's see what this delicious
It looks.
chicken pot pie looks like.
I took this out and let it rest a little bit. It's cooled just a little bit. But why don't you, before I get into this, why don't you go ahead and give us a
Tip of the day. Your tip of the day. But a lot of people probably know this. I don't know. There might be somebody that don't know. A box of Arm & Hammer baking soda. That has so many uses. I use it. You can use it for carpet. That stuff that you buy that you pay a bunch for that's got all that good smelly stuff in it, that's good. But Arm & Hammer does the same thing. Sprinkle it on your carpet and vacuum it up. It gets the odors out. Then you can use it in your refrigerator.
Yep, Granny always had a box sitting in the door.
Yep, you put it in there, and if you have smells from salmon or anything that's got a strong odor.
Would that be salmon patties in the house cooking? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yep.
No, cooking?
Yeah, I thought you said it smelled like salmon.
In the refrigerator.
Oh,
Put
you
it
said
in the refrigerator.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So anyway, for that, and then also every time we empty the trash at our house, I sprinkle a little in the bottom of the trash can because that just helps those odors of things that you
And go ahead and
don't like to smell.
And throw them that bonus tip. You said you put a dryer sheet in there too.
Yeah,
so there's
sometimes
another
I
tip.
put a dryer sheet in the bottom of the trash can.
Yeah.
So that's just a little box of Arm & Hammer. Is pretty inexpensive, and you can use it lots of different. You can clean a lot of things with it. So that's a good tip.
Yeah.
I thought because I use it a lot. So.
Yep.
Okay,
All right,
now
let's
to
see
the
what-
important stuff.
Yeah, it's important. Tina said this is an important stuff. So see, we got a good crust on the top. And like I said, I let this rest for a little while. I mean, you could take this right out of the oven and just scoop it, but it'll kind of stay together. But I just want to kind of get a little bite out and let y'all see what that looks like on the inside. See there? Look
There
at
it is.
There's the chicken pot pie.
Yep, looks pretty good.
Yep, we're going to eat some of that.
It looks very good.
It is very good, yep.
If you try this at home and you like it, give us a shout out and let us know. And until then, come back and see us next week here at the Master's Table.
God is good.
Amen. God loves you. We love you. Come back to see us next week.